Hey guys, welcome back. This is day 7 of the Ultimate Reset. I'm so excited. I'm wrapping up phase 1 and I could not be more thrilled about it. Not that it was a hard phase or a bad phase. Well, the achiness was kind of ick, and I'm a little bit achy today. I know yesterday I was like, oh, I'm pain free. This is so awesome. But honestly, today it's this weird dull ache. It's really dulled down. It's not anything near what it was on days 3 and 4, but still feeling a little bit off in my lower back and my legs wise. But other than that, I'm just really excited to welcome in phase 2, not only because it means I'm a third of the way done with the Ultimate Reset, but just because I'm ready to see how my body reacts to the next, because phase 2, you added another supplement, or it's actually a detox drink. So it's a powder packet and you mix it with water. And I just want to see how my body reacts. So far, it's been responding well. I feel incredible. And, I realized a few things today. I was thinking about it and I'm like, how can I turn this video into something valuable for whoever's following, whoever's listening? And I was thinking, first of all, there's the mindset aspect. It's so hard to start a new habit and start something from scratch, especially when you're trying to change your nutrition and you're trying to change your habits when it comes to food and eating and the way that you're living your life and the diet that you have. It's really hard to put your time and energy into prepping foods and really planning your meals, because you're going off of the energy that you're getting from the crap you're eating now. So, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying like me. It was really hard for me to get into the mood to make my meals because I didn't have the energy. And I didn't have the energy because I wasn't eating real foods. I was eating I was eating out a lot. I've already told you guys. But I wasn't always eating the best nutritional choices, especially this last month with the vacation and then coming home, and we had I had vacation the end of July where I was traveling, and we had guests, and you always eat worse when you have guests around, and it was just this compound effect of eating poorly. So when I first started, my mindset was totally in the right place, but my body was like, I don't have that kind of energy. And the reason I don't have that kind of energy is because you weren't feeding me properly for the last month and a half. So what can you expect from me? So it's really hard to get going when you're coming from, a place of not being at your peak fitness and your health and stuff like that. But it's completely possible. It's like really hard to start pushing this big boulder, right? It takes so much strength to get pushing it in the first place. But once it's rolling, you've got that momentum. You've got that, I don't know, is it inertia? I don't know. I was never very good at science, but that's helping you, right? It's helping you to move it. Once you get past that initial, from still to moving, it's easier to do because now it's already moving. Maybe it wasn't the best analogy if I clearly don't know what I'm talking about, but you understand, you get a visual, right? So that was me this week. It was really hard to get into the mood to cook. And I mean, I'm not saying that I'm totally reformed and I'm like the next Julia Childs because I just loved cooking, because I don't. I still don't. But I do find some sort of, I don't know, almost like relaxing as I'm preparing my meal, because usually I prepare something quick for Reagan, and she eats the stuff that I eat as well, and she's, for the most part, and she's having her try everything that I'm trying, which is really fun to watch your 3.5-year-old be that adventurous and try all these new things. But so usually I prepare her lunch first, and then I get into the nitty gritty of preparing mine. So we chat while I'm cooking it, and I'm trying to find the joy in preparing my food, because that's what it all boils down to. I'm too lazy to prepare my food, and by taking the easy way out and getting that initial satisfaction of not having to prepare it, I'm robbing myself of the energy and the productivity in my business and the patience with Reagan and my moods and all of this stuff. I'm robbing everyone around me of my best self because I'm choosing the easy way out. It is so easy. We all want instant gratification, but when it comes right down to it, if it's easy, it's probably not very good. And I mean that in food, and I mean that in life, all in whatever. If it's very, very easy and it's almost too good to be true, you can finish that sentence yourself. So yeah. The other thing that I wanted to talk about real quick before this video gets too long is that, and you may have seen it if you follow my Facebook page, but so we eat out a lot. I've already told you that. I went to the grocery store today. Now, last week was my first trip, so it's going to be a little bit more expensive when you first start buying those things like different oils and stuff like that you need. But that stuff lasts forever, right? So you don't need to buy that every grocery trip. So this time I went, and I spent as much on clean eating. I got hardly anything processed. I got like cereal bars for my daughter in the morning. She's addicted, but whatever. I was going to defend that, and then I'm like, whatever, it's cereal bar. But, so I got a few processed things, but for the most part, I got fresh whole foods and, clean foods. And I spent as much on the grocery bill as I often do per week on our other grocery bills when I was buying a ton of processed stuff. So people who say that clean eating is too expensive, maybe the first trip when you have to stock your pantry with the basics, but when you maintain this lifestyle, it is not more expensive than buying a bunch of processed stuff. On top of that, my family, and we like to go out to eat. My husband and I, my daughter, that's what we did. That's what got us here to this point. So we would spend as much as I spent on my grocery bill eating out 2, maybe 3 dinners a week. And let me just tell you, we did eat out 2 or 3 times at least a week. So I actually saved us money by doing this cleanse and eating clean this week, because not only did I actually eat the foods that I bought with the groceries, we also didn't go and spend that much amount at the restaurant. So, I mean, in my eyes, in my family, in my experience, I just saved us money by choosing to eat healthy this week. And I bet, and I don't know your situation, and I don't know everything that's going on with everyone who's watching this, but if you actually want to change your lifestyle, and it wasn't just like, let me fix this, let me buy the same grocery bill for my family and keep feeding them the same garbage, but I'm going to eat clean. Well, of course it's going to compound and make your grocery bill massive, and then you're going to be like, well, it's too hard to clean eat. But if you're actually making a lifestyle change and you're taking out that other junk, it's not any more expensive to make whole food dinners for your family. And I'm finding that, as I go through this process, and it's amazing to me. It's an awesome revelation for me because it makes me want to keep doing it. And I think that's the sheer genius behind the design of the Ultimate Reset, because it's not even just everything that's going on with your body and your organs and, the way that you feel and the weight that you drop. It's the stuff that's going on in your mind. Like, this is a total mind, explosion for me. I'm seeing things in a whole different way, and I think that's exactly the point, and I absolutely am just, loving this experience. So, that's my day 7 recap. That's my week recap. That's my, oh my gosh, I can't wait for phase 2. And I know I promised someone that I would go over some of the foods that I bought today and the foods that I've been eating, but since this already ran long, I'm going to save that for day 8, and I'm going to go over some foods, some of my favorite meals, and everything like that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that if that's what you're interested in. And as always, thanks for watching and following along.